This is a video that I wanted to do for a little bit, but I just I wanted to make sure I had my kind of base down for it, and how I would go about doing this every day. So this is how I do my foundation on a daily basis. Like, this is my everyday foundation. I have the products that I love to use, and just kind of the basics, how to do your foundation, how to get ready. I'm not going to do eyeshadow, blush, highlighter, or anything like that. I'm just going to do foundation, how I prep my foundation, concealer, all that stuff. So, all right. Um, so there's a few ways that you can prime your face. Um, you can use different kinds of moisturizers. I have the Bare Minerals Butter Drench. I use this in the wintertime at night. I don't like using moisturizers to prime because I just don't. I feel like it makes my skin really greasy, and my skin is kind of like. Sometimes I want to do what you want me to do. Sometimes I don't want to do what you want me to do. So I like to use this Too Faced Hangover. You guys have seen this before on my channel. I really, really like this stuff. I do change my primers quite a bit, and just kind of see, like, because I use so many different products for this channel, so I do like to change up what I use, and check out new things. So, I mean, it changes constantly, but for right now, this is what I like to prime my skin with. It does give me quite a bit of um, nourishment, it's just kind of moisturize my skin while priming it, and I do feel like it leaves it kind of tacky and able to grab onto my foundation. Um, so I do really, really like that about it. I just use one pump on my hand, and then that's it. Um, I just feel like it really just makes me feel nice. But if you do want to use a moisturizer or something like that to prime your skin, you can. It works, I've heard, just as well from other people. But for me and my skin, it just doesn't work well. Um, these two creams are very nourishing, and for very dry skin, this is a cosmetic confidence in a cream. I don't know. I've been trying this out and I do like it, but I like the Butter Drench better. Like, that's quite a bit used out of that, so, and it smells like heaven. But yeah, I did just get this a couple weeks ago, and it's alright, you know. So, foundation. I did grab a couple foundations. The one that I'm going to use today is the Too Faced Born This Way. I am in the color Pearl, because I'm white, like super white. But I do like to use the Kat Von D Lock-It and the Urban Decay All Nighter. These are newer foundations. Like I said before, I do switch around stuff all the time. So right now, that's just what I like. But so to apply your foundation, you can use a beauty blender or you can use a brush. I don't know how I feel about my beauty blender right now, because it's like I got it and it like instantly started to rip. So I've been leaning more towards brushes because I just think I like them a little bit better. I think that they're easier to clean. Like, my beauty blender just never gets clean, and I always feel like I'm just wiping stuff on my face, but it works so well. But today I'm going to use my brush. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush. You always want to shake your foundation before you apply it, because there's a bunch of different things that just need to get mixed up in there. And I use about a pump and a half. Sometimes I add more, sometimes I have less. It depends on how red my skin is. And this foundation is medium to full coverage, so I like a fuller coverage just because my face is so red. I don't like to get it under my under eye because that's where I conceal, so there's no point in me getting it in my under eye. I just feel like building that up underneath your eye will just make it crease really easily. I do a few layers over my skin just because I have a lot of redness, so I like to just kind of build it up. Depending on how much I want to build it up, I might have to use more foundation because my pump and a half isn't going very well. But it's weird because in person it looks like I don't have a lot of redness left, but on my camera it's like makes me look kind of red. So you do want to let your foundation dry before you go on with the second layer. This dries really fast, so I just kind of did one side and then I can do the other. So I'm using like another half of a pump. And this does have quite a bit of a yellow undertone and I'm very pinky. So I'm not sold if I love this foundation yet, but I only because of the color. Because of the color, I'm not 100% on this foundation, but I do really love it, like, to apply. It feels really soft, really smooth, and it just glides on. Most of the time I don't take it off my lips, but I'm going to for today. But this is how I apply it with a brush, with a beauty blender. I'm sure you've seen it like a bajillion times. But this is a very luminous foundation. And I think it makes me look shiny. So I'm just not a fan of that. But before I do powder, I'm going to conceal. I do have the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer and the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. I think I'm going to do the Lock-It Concealer. This one is in the shade Neutral L5. So this is why I didn't put anything under my under eyes, because it creases so easily on me. I do like to bring it out because I feel like it widens lips. And down the nose. Chin. Keep it the forehead. I have been using the Kat Von D 40 concealer brush to blend this out, but I'm just not very impressed by it. I feel like it leaves my face a little bit streaky. I've been in the middle with it, and I feel like after I brush it, or after I clean it and it has all of the foundation off of it, it leaves it streaky. But whenever I have it, like, I haven't cleaned it, like right now, it like holds on to the foundation and it blends it like I want it to, so I don't know. I do conceal my eyelids because that primes it for when I do my eyeshadow. It's just a really nice base for my eyes, and this just really works well for me. I don't know if I've said it before, but this is for me, like this is how I do it. So you can always put your own twist on things and do it your own way. So like if it doesn't work out for you using a brush, you can always use a beauty blender. Like this is just how I do it. I'm gonna add a little bit more to my eyes because it just isn't working the way I want it to. And I didn't really put any on there, but I don't use a lot of concealer on my eyes. Just enough to kind of, boom. So next we need to powder. So you can either bake on your under eyes or just powder your entire face. For me, my under eyes crease so badly, and whenever you bake, you don't want to use like a huge fluffy brush like this because you want to really pack it on underneath your eyes. This is for my entire face. This is the Sephora Pro Feather Lightweight Powder. This is the number 91. This is one of my Morphe kit brushes that I really like. You've probably seen me use it before if you watch any of my stuff. So I'm going to use that to bake because I do get problem creases under my eyes. I just do like to bake it. It works a lot for me. So this is the Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I feel like I haven't used it enough to really judge it. RCMA No Color Powder, always a favorite. And the Laura Mercier No Color Translucent Powder. I do like this also. I feel like these are comparable to each other, and I really like both of them, but this one is $10 and this tiny thing was $23. So I didn't get the full size one because I was like, dude, I'm never gonna finish this. So today I hate opening this because it just gets everywhere. Like, oh, that's cool. Instantly get powder on my brush. So this just happens to be small enough that I can dip it in there. Oh, God, I'm so scared. So, and then I just bake under my under eye. That wasn't very much at all. I'm just scared of the packaging of this. That's why I never, like, I barely ever use this because the packaging sucks so bad. Look at that. So much powder in a brush. And then I'm going to take the same powder out of the lid that I just dumped it in. And put it all over my face. I am just using a little bit for this because I don't want to look cakey. Like just a tiny little bit. Like I'm getting a little bit on the brush. I'm tapping it all out. And then like that. Boom. And then you just want to let that set up. Wore black pants today too. Dang it. That's why I hate this. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. I'm so frustrated with this packaging. That's the only downside to this powder because it's beautiful and it works really, really well. But then you just let this sit and bake for like 5 minutes or something like that. In this time, I didn't do my eyelids. You do also want to do your eyelids because that sets it. In this time, I would do my eyeshadow, my eyeliner, and then just kind of brush away the excess. Some people take an extra powder and like a shimmery shiny powder or something like that and brush it away with that. I just use my brush that I've been using this entire time and I brush it away. Then I'm just going to brush off the other side and clean it all up. I just take the extra powder and make sure that I powdered my entire face too. But yeah, that's how I do all my powder and everything. By the time I get done with my entire face, I do setting spray. This is the Urban Decay makeup setting spray. This is the cooling and hydrating one. I have the other one, but I think it's almost gone. I don't know what I did with it. Fix Plus I also use because it helps just make everything brighter and nicer and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm going to finish my face and come back and let you guys see the final product. So this is what it ends up looking like. As you can tell, it is not patchy or flaky or super powdery at all. It's not cakey. So this is how I do my foundation every day, and I'm going to finish it off with some setting spray. And this just brings it all together. But that was it for this video. If you want to request anything else, let me know. If you have any comments or anything, let me know in the subscription or the comment box down below. And subscribe and like my videos. Thank you guys. Bye.